right. What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh man, we got a lot of topics to discuss. A lot of stuff is going on. I want to give you all a special shout out. I said, hey, it's a lot going on, but of course, we're gonna get on here and we definitely on time tonight because we have a lot of stuff that we're going to talk about in this show. And so I want to say thank y'all so much for coming in. But let's first go to it. Jussie Smollett, guilty on all charges. And not guilty. I think 5 out of 6, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's on 5 counts. He's guilty. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. 5 counts. This man is guilty on 5 counts, I believe. Okay. All right. So let me read it on the TMZ. They said Jussie's defense team spoke and they made it clear they're going to appeal the case. They said that Jussie Smollett is guilty of lying to Chicago cops and the world and being a victim of a racist, homophobic attack, according to the jury, and said simply it was all a hoax. Jussie found the Empire guilty of 5 of the 6 felony counts against him, and he stood stone-faced in court as the verdict was read. Jussie was facing disorderly conduct charges for allegedly providing a false report to the police, while prosecutors ringing him up for each time he did it. The first 5 counts were for lying to January 29, 2019 to cops that the night of the stage attack. The 6th of which he was found not guilty was for a separate interview with the Chicago PD on February 14 when he told a detective he was a victim of aggravated burglary. The verdicts finally put the criminal side of the saga to bed. Jussie has maintained his innocence for years, insisting he did not hire the brothers Boland to stage the racist homophobic attack in the middle of the bitterly Chicago night. The brothers watched the guilty verdict announcement from an overflow room in Chicago courtroom. Now that Jussie has been found guilty, he certainly have to pay restitution to Chicago in the amount of $130,000 to the amount the city said it dropped on investigating the Hulk attack. During the trial, defense attorneys took the calculated risk of having Jussie testify, something that criminal defense rarely do. While on the stand, he gave his blow-by-blow account of what happened during the attack, explaining he's gone out at 2 a.m. to buy eggs because the brothers who was hired as personal trainers told that he needed protein. Most importantly, his testimony aimed to poke holes in the credibility of the brothers that testified their credibility. For instance, he details sexual encounters he claimed that he had with Bola, even when Bola had stated that the exact opposite under oath. They both that they had no sexual relation. The brothers also testified Jussie paid them to buy supplies, provided instructions on where to meet him to carry out their attack. In the end, the trial boiled down to he say, she say, and obviously the jury was swayed by a celebrity on the stand. You recall Jussie initially claimed 2 white men jumped him and hurled racial slurs at him and punched him and threw a noose around his neck, all while screaming, "This is a MAGA country." He reported the alleged crime to the police, greeting them at his home with a rope wrapped around his neck. Soon doubt started to surface when Jussie's story, and eventually the police came out and claimed the guy had made the whole thing up. Jussie denied that. He was ultimately charged in the connection of the alleged attack, but stunningly, 16 charges were dismissed, while Jussie only had to forfeit his $10,000 bond as punishment. After much uproar, a special prosecutor was appointed and charged Jussie, this time charging with 6 counts. There were also issues whether the brothers was actually Jussie drug dealers or not. The brothers claimed that they weren't and that they were simply suppliers, but Jussie did argue that they were far much than just that, seemingly trying to ding their credibility. This, I want to say this, and I'm not shocked I think he needs to go to jail. I think he needs to go to prison, serving, lying to the cops and actually coming out saying that he was attacked by two white men and they saying this is a MAGA country. I personally believe he should, serve some time. Maybe 5 to 10 years in prison. Is that too much? I don't know. But the police wasted resources where those resources could have been going to somebody else and could have been going to people, families that have lost their loved ones due to gun violence. And the police wasted resources on an alleged attack that did not happen. And it's a lot of real stuff that's going on. I know I talked to a couple people today and they said, "Oh, Jussie should not get those charges. It was just all about him." And I'm like, no, he lied. And this is going to affect a lot of people when they come out to people in that said they were attacked in a hate crime. Many people are going to give them the side eye because of what Jussie Smollett did. And he did this because he wanted a contract. He wanted more money from Empire. He wanted more attention, and he did all this stuff. And I know that he needed at least about 5 to 10 years in prison, in my humble opinion. I think the defense attorney did a major mistake by allowing him to testify. Usually, defense attorneys, when you are in a criminal proceeding, they don't allow you to testify, because it's, because of cross-examination, but they allow him on the stand, which I thought was a major mistake from the defense attorney. They allow him to testify. And he got tripped up over cross-examination by the prosecutor and then pointed out that how are you supposed to have these marks? And when you did an interview on ABC, you didn't have that mark. So that was that just poked the hole of him just being this liar. So we're going to see how this is going to play out in the appeal. We don't have to say allegedly. We don't have to say alleged attack. He completely lied. And in my humble opinion, he completely lied when it comes to that. All right. Very attractive guy, by the way. And I will tell him, don't drop the soap. I will tell him, don't drop the soap. But again, he might like dropping the soap, just to be honest. Okay. Now, we posted it on on here. We asked y'all last night, should he go to jail? And many people in the chat said no, he should not go to jail because of that. And of course, we will open up the phone lines and allow y'all to call in and give y'all a personal opinion of what y'all think about this case. But again, we give me a second. I will open up the phone lines to see if y'all would like to say something towards this case. So give me 1 second. All right. So we're gonna go to another topic, and then we will open up the phone lines and allow y'all to call in to give y'all opinion on this case. All right. There we go. I changed my mind. He should go to jail. Give him what to give the guys. Klein to Capital Wall 0. I'm just reading y'all comments. So y'all say he should not get no jail time. Like he need to at least 5 to 10 years in prison. That's my final, and that's what I have to say. And we're gonna move on. Travis Scott did an interview with Charlamagne the God this morning, and they played it on Power 105. What was it? Power 105.1. And Travis Scott didn't have no tears. He was pretty much, we're saying, didn't pretty much take ownership. I personally believe that this was just a bad idea for Travis Scott to come out here and to announce, do this interview with Charlamagne. I personally believe that he should not have done this interview. And let me tell you why. Because this is an open case. He have all these open suits. And then he said he's going to make sure that, according to the news, that he want to drop these lawsuits. And this is something that I don't think he should have to drop, because people need to get paid for the destruction, for the damage, especially those that lost their loved ones. And it's up to like $1 billion in a civil lawsuit. And I really believe that that is what he should get. Honestly, I definitely believe he should pay some civil and also maybe even jail time, because he egged this concert on. He allowed this concert to continue. He did not stop this concert. He didn't say, "Hey, let's stop it. Let's move." You encourage this, and then people have died. Now, if you do not go to jail, he should pay a lot of money. He should be bankrupt when it comes to this case. And I'm just going to be honest with you. You should not be around here walking around with a big fat check and money in your bank account when people died. They died. A young man, a young boy, went to the concert and died. And this festival should never happen. It was just too many people. It wasn't enough security. One of the people came out and they did an interview. They didn't even want to be the security officer because they didn't even show up because it was very terrible because you know they wasn't getting a proper training. So I watched the interview. I said this interview is just definitely not for me. Travis Scott should never did this interview. Whoever told him to go talk to Charlamagne the God, to somebody that has been accused of our word, Jessica Reed, I definitely don't see why he would even do something like that. And just in my humble opinion, I think he should allow this more time. Wait till some people get some money. All right. I don't necessarily believe it. I personally believe that, Travis Scott should at least get about 10 or 20 years, in prison for people that went there and lost their life. Because at the end of the day, it's some families that have one less person at the dinner table. And that just in my humble opinion when it comes to that. And I know a lot of people in the chat not gonna like this, but people lost their life. And we have to be honest when it comes to that. And I don't think that this interview helped him. I think that it hurt him in my humble opinion when it comes to that. I believe that it hurt him. I don't believe that this helped this man. This man definitely did that, and I definitely believe he should get at least about 10 years in federal prison and about 20 years, honestly, in hard labor and make some, you know what I'm saying, some license plates and all of that. And when it comes to that at all. So we're going to just see how that's going to play out in the case of how it's going to play out in there. So I want to ask y'all real quick, do y'all think he should go to jail? Let me know on the in the chat. Let me know, do y'all think he should go to jail? Do y'all think Travis Scott should go to jail? I personally believe so. And I saw a clip. It was a person, a photographer was on the stage, and this when he was performing at Summer Jam. And then he said, "Get your ugly self off this stage." And he was just being so disrespectful when it comes to that. So I'm like, this dude is highly disrespectful. He need a couple of, years in prison, in my humble opinion, and about at least about 2,000 to 3,000 community service hours. I personally believe he should have when it comes to that. All right. How y'all doing? Okay. Y'all say no, he should not go to jail. I'm seeing a lot of people saying no. Press 1 if he should go to jail. Press 2, no, he should not go to. Come on out of the bushes, put down your ganja. Press 1, he should go to jail. Press 2, he should not go to jail. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, press 1, he should go to jail. Press 2, he should not go to jail. Let me see what y'all saying. Press 1, he should go to jail. Press 2, he should not go to jail. And I press 1, he should go to jail. Press 2, he should not go to jail. Let me see what y'all saying right now when it comes to that. Let me see. Okay. Jail for a jerk. I wouldn't be locked up for a long time ago. Let me see what y'all saying. Okay. All right. I'm just saying. I know y'all not gonna agree with my commentary, but I definitely have to come out here and definitely do the commentary. All right. So we're gonna move on to our other topic here. And of course, be prepared if y'all are free to call in. We will have the call-in number definitely gonna come on air. Yes, the former queen of hip hop is, we reported on yesterday that she's in a court case with Jennifer, and she came out and she's coming out in court on yesterday and saying that Jennifer is a liar. Jennifer lawyers, which she had 3, they want Nicki to pay millions of dollars. The former queen of hip hop did celebrate her birthday on yesterday and show multiple cakes. of her birthday, and was really excited on yesterday. And with all that entail, shout out to the Jasmine Brand. They did report that she want the case thrown out with Jennifer. So we're gonna definitely see how that's gonna play out in this case. There's another case that's on our list that we're gonna report on this show exclusively. So just know next year in January, we will report on this case. So this case with Nicki Minaj will be reported on our show exclusively when it comes to that. And so we're gonna see how the former queen is definitely going to handle this case. We're gonna keep you all updated on this on the former queen of hip hop, and we're gonna keep you updated. And so we'll see how it's gonna play out when it comes to that. We definitely gonna see how it's going to play out. And I said it yesterday, and a couple of barbs came at me, and they were very nasty in my DMs on Twitter and very nasty in the DMs on Instagram. And of course, I had a conversation with another barb. They kind of called me on the phone and kind of cussed me out. And I said, listen, you can cuss me out all day. I have a right to say that she's a former queen, the same way she had a right and said that Lakim was the former queen. I personally believe that Nicki, for what she did to Jennifer, should definitely serve some time in jail because she tried to have this woman, which is a victim of her husband, to change her story. So I believe that she should serve some type of time in jail. Now, I don't know if she should serve 5 years or 10 years, but I definitely believe that her time coming at a woman and having her to change her story, I definitely believe that the former queen of hip hop should definitely serve some time in prison for what she did, as well as her husband. I definitely believe her husband should serve some time. Now, I could, I don't know. This is she just celebrated a new birthday, and I definitely believe that the prosecutors definitely should investigate this when it comes to this. And I'm just being 100% honest when it comes to this. And I know a lot of people is angry, and you gotta it was one particular barb that came up to me. They had to been like a teenager. They was like, let me tell you about the queen. She ain't the former, you're this. And they would like they was literally like cussing, cussing me out. And I'm like, why are you cussing me out when I have my personal opinion? Now, I invited this person on the show to come on and to try to drag me or something. And they declined. I said, why are you calling me? And I said, and that's what I said, definitely Nicki should definitely serve some time in prison. But I did send this to Nicki, and I told her, can she come on our show? We are in the process of sending her another letter to her team to get her on the show. I know we talked to her publicist on last week. We're trying to get her on the show, and I'm going to ask her some questions when it comes to this. And I know some real questions that I want her to answer when it comes to that. One particular question, when she met up with the Barbs, she told them, "Don't come up to my car. Stand back." And so I want to know, because she said that, stand back. I want to know right then and there, why you telling your barbs to stand back and not come up to your car? Do you believe your barbs are not worthy to come up to your car? So we definitely going to keep y'all updated on this. My team is definitely in the process of writing amazing letters to the queen to get her on the show. And I think this is how the letter start out: to the former queen of hip hop. We would love for you to come to the former queen of hip hop, Nicki Minaj. We're inviting you to come on the greatest show in the YouTube atmosphere. When you're free, we would love to talk to you and your husband when you're available and free to come on. So we sent that to her, signed exclusively by Marquise Wiley. That's my name. And we're going to see how she's going to play out with that. We definitely said that. We reached out to him. We're going to see how that's going to play out when it comes to that. Okay. I had to reach out. I know a lot of people is mad. Now don't be mad when I have my personal opinion when it comes to that. Don't be upset at all. This is just how I feel when it comes to this special commentary. All right. So we will open up the phone lines if y'all are free. We will definitely open up the phone lines and let y'all call in when it comes to this. So if you're in the building, we will allow y'all to call in. Okay. All right. Let's go. All right. Where are we going? Now, um this is something that DJ, I'm gonna go to DJ Academics. This man for me, and we as black men, if we don't have the energy for black men, we should not come at black women. Let me break that down. So DJ Academics was doing his podcast, and this woman was saying that she want a man that feared God, and DJ Academics wasn't having that. He was really coming at this woman aggressively. Then the woman was saying, "Hey, she had to leave early because it was running. The podcast was kind of running late, and she had to leave early to go home to relieve her babysitter." So then DJ Academics stood up and say, "Oh, what is this? You're trash," and pretty much. And then the woman said, "Well, gluttony." And he was like, "Well, did you have a child at wedlock?" She was like, "Yes." Well, that's against God. And he was having this argument. And then she said, "Gluttony, overeating is against God." So they was really going at it. Then he like stood up and say, "B, get out of the studio. B, you do this, and B, you do that." And I'm like, what the world is going on? Why are you just being so disrespectful, to this woman when you have came up with the Migos and you were addressed by Meek Mills? You didn't have this energy for these men, but yeah, you had this energy for these women. And then the woman, she felt so violated. She pulled out her strap, and she was ready to pop it up, pop it up. And I'm like, where and first of all, you so quick to come at a woman, but yet you're not having the proper security measures in place when a person come into your studio. Now, no one should be able to come in your studio unless they get searched, unless they're getting detailed search when it comes to their social media. When it comes to them coming in the studio, they should be searched head to toe. They should not be able to come with a Glock inside of the place. He could have easily lost his life when it came to that. He could have easily lost his life. But I definitely believe that DJ Academics, that was a punk move for him to come out a woman when you didn't have that energy for a man. You know what I'm saying? Men have to stop having all of that aggressiveness for a woman, ready to come at a woman, ready to drag a woman, ready to call a woman a B. But when a man come at them, they ain't got that energy. You know what I'm saying? And he gives me down low energy, down low energy that takes stuff up the rectum type of energy, all this type of stuff. And I'm like, why are you doing this to this woman? This woman is just having her honest opinion. She's a guest. And you mean to tell me that she can't have her idea of her opinion? I don't understand that. He just had this energy. I don't have respect for men that all they do is drag women. They don't have that. And then when a man come there, they don't want to have that energy. But as soon as it's a woman there, they are just ready to just stand up to come at a woman. I don't understand. I really just don't understand the energy from DJ Academics. He's not a rapper. He's not from the hood. He's not a gangbanger. And one day he's going to try with the wrong one, because if that was my woman, I would have let him have it. I would have body slammed that big Bertha. Right then and there, I would have body slammed him right there in the studio. All right. And then I'll have to serve some time in jail for that. But I don't understand. He came at her and all she was just doing was giving her opinion. Women have a right to give their opinion, and that don't mean that you have to come at them and call them a B when they just giving their opinion. And you probably on the sideline probably want to smash her with your little Peter Pecker peen. I'm just saying, smothered in gravy. I'm just saying. I just don't. I really don't understand that when it comes to that. I was torn. I'm like, why is this man, come at women? I don't understand that. I respect, black women. I think black women are the most beautiful. All women, not just black women, Latino women, white women, all women are just beautiful, in my humble opinion. I try not to, come at a woman, but especially in the pocket, you coming at a woman, but then a man come there, oh, you ain't got the energy. You quiet as a church mouse. You quiet. Like we can't have that energy right there. Not at all. I want to play the clip. I want to play the clip of what he said. So give me a second. I don't have the clip of what he said, but he's really coming at it. We definitely will open up the phone lines if y'all free. If y'all want to call in. If y'all are free, y'all could definitely call in. So give me a second. He constantly drags black women. Yes, he does. He just needs to stop. He don't have the energy for men. When it comes to that. Give me a second. I'm gonna open up the phone lines if anybody want to call in. I know this is a very short live, but it was a couple of topics that I definitely want to come through, and talk to y'all about. I want to also give a special shout out to the people last night for watching that Kaylin Walker interview. Last night, y'all had came through, watch it. It was a replay, but he was trending in the news. So I thought about, restreaming. I had a couple of blogs reached out to me and said, can they repost it? And none of them were reposted. I'm like, why y'all ask me my permission and then don't repost it? Like, come on now. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. We reached out to a couple of these blogs. These blogs are so stingy when it comes to that. We got the exclusive. He came on our show a couple of months ago. But what he said was, I think, made a lot of sense for me to restream it. And of course, it was loud and it was clear that he came on the show, and he actually came on and started calling me Derek and all that. So give me a second. I'm gonna open up the phone lines to allow y'all to call in. Give me a second. Give me a second. All right. So moderators, can you post the number in the chat if anybody want to call in? And we ask that you be respectful when you call in. Just be very respectful. You know what I'm saying? Call in and be respectful if you're going to call in. We typically, this is the time that the producers in the chat.
Your show now, press 1.
Your show is scheduled to start in 38 seconds.
The boosters, they said, great job posting it. It will be trending. Repost will happen soon. Thank you. We reached out. We definitely reached out when it comes to that. We even sent it to, Nicki Minaj. I asked her, can she post it? And of course, she didn't post it on her page to, Nicki Minaj. Hold on one second. We sent it to Nicki to post.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
All right. So the number is 646-716-8447. Prior to calling in, turn off your devices and minimize the background noise. Yes, thank you. Please do. Please do when you if you do call in when it comes to that. All right. Okay. Oh wow, I got it. And then I might even come back and do another episode. They said doesn't believe everyone should go to jail. He's trying to get views by causing controversy. How do you say I don't believe that these people should go to jail? And I definitely believe that these people should go to jail. Definitely. And I'm just being 100% honest when it comes to that. Honestly, now the woman that came at her, that came at DJ Akademiks and pulled out a weapon. I don't know if it's even legal for her to even have a gun. I don't even know if that's legal to do that. But I'm glad that she was protecting herself because, you get into these spaces with predominantly men. And, DJ Akademiks also, too, you got to understand, he is trying his best to hold on to this persona that he is rough and tough, that he's a hard person. But in reality, he's not. He's not at all. Okay, he's not a hard type of person. He's from the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? When men come up to this podcast, I guarantee you he would have not stood up and called a man a B word or multiple times. He immediately called that woman that, and I definitely don't have the respect for him at all when it comes to that. They said somebody said Tasha K should go to jail too. No, Tasha K, she didn't break any laws. I don't believe that Tasha K should go to jail. Somebody said that she should go to jail. Oh, what? Why would they say that? She didn't do nothing wrong. I don't think that she should go to jail. No, absolutely not. No, I don't believe that. In my humble opinion, I don't believe it when it comes to that. I really don't. All right. Well, we thank y'all so very much for tuning in. When it comes to that, we thank y'all so very much for tuning in. I want to give a special shout out to the producers. Thank y'all for y'all love. Thank y'all for y'all support. We're gonna move on to uh, something else. I want to say thank y'all so much for that. Thank you so much. They said Tasha should not go to jail. Yeah, she shouldn't. All right. I didn't get any calls tonight. Thank y'all so much. And we will see y'all in the next episode of The Wiley Show. Peace.